Hey guys, it's Eric and Karina.
HR.
Vitamin E.
And welcome back to the Late Podcast. The Law According to Eric. So today's theme was gotten from, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos on TikTok where it's like, who did I marry? And then they like deep dive onto how they didn't even know like this was their partner. I don't know if you guys ever seen where it's like they were completely blindsided by like weird stuff. Yeah.
No, but let me quote Hurricane by saying your For You page is very
That's true. Yes.
I've never seen those. So.
Yeah, no, women will go, or like women or men, I've seen both sides. They'll like literally do like, who did I marry? And it's like a 12-part series of them talking about everything they did not see coming from their spouse. I've seen who was I friends with. So people would do this. So I tried to do who did I marry? People who got, surprised by stuff their spouses did later on.
I was gonna say not pleasantly surprised.
No. These are most like on the negative, like who the fuck did I marry? Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty confident that 2 out of the 3 hosts on this podcast have a story like that, or something.
Well, I haven't been married.
Right? You don't say.
Yeah.
Or something.
So exactly.
In a way. Right?
Exactly.
But all right, let's hit it.
All right. The first one is titled, "Am I the asshole for laughing in my husband's face?" Okay. So I, female 32, have been married to my husband, male 34, for 6 years. Before we got married, he had me sign a prenup stating that our financials would always be separate and the only thing we would ever share was an expense account to pay for our household-related fees. The reason for this was because he was making pretty good money at the time and I was barely in graduate school. So my financial situation was pretty bad, but I signed it nonetheless because I understood he wanted to protect himself. Anyways, fast forward to now, and I've been out of school for about 4 years now, and I make more than 3 times as much as he does.
Ooh.
Anyways, 2 weeks ago, I told him that I was thinking about buying a new car as the one I had was really old since I have had it since my undergraduate days. He wasn't really interested and just told me to get whatever I liked. So a week ago, I decided to make the plunge and get me an Audi. I was pretty excited as I had always wanted one. At the time, my husband was on a business trip and he got back yesterday. I showed him my car. He was really happy for me. However, later he had asked me what my monthly payments were going to be as the Audi was pretty new. At this point, I had told him that I had just made the purchase in cash and that I had no monthly payments after that. He was taken aback and asked with what money, and I answered that I made more than enough money to be able to afford my car. He didn't talk after that, and I thought that was that. However, after a few hours, he came back to me and told me that he thinks we should void the prenup.
Oh my God.
This is where I might be the asshole. I laughed in his face and asked him why I would do that and why would I agree to that. And his answer was, well, we're married. We should share our financials. So I told him that we've been married for 6 years and yet we've never shared financials and I was fine with what we were doing. And his sudden change of heart was very suspicious to me. He called me a bunch of names and stormed out and didn't come home. And I guess he told his family about our fight because they called to berate me and say how he supported me while I was in school. He did not. I paid everything. And now I'm wondering if I was the asshole for this.
Well, first of all, congratulations on making 3 times as much as your dickhead husband.
Yeah.
And second of all, fuck that guy.
Exactly.
He got what he asked for.
Exactly. Oh, like now you see she has enough money to pay a car in cash, buddy.
He wanted a prenup. He outed a prenup. So
yep.
Fuck
exactly. And it's like, oh, and now it's like, oh, he supported you to school. She's like, no, he didn't. Like, I paid for everything through my school. It really seems like nothing here was combined ever. It seems like they only paid for exactly.
He didn't even know how much she was making.
Exactly. Like that's how bad it was that he probably thought she was never making more than him. So it's like, yeah. So congrats on your job, congrats on your career, congrats on that car, and I hope you leave your husband because this is insane. He was literally he tried to make her to be like the gold digger, and now it's like him who's seeming to be the gold digger. So
Now, while I'm sure you think that I'm going to be on Team Billy, I'm actually on Team Neither.
Team Neither.
That's right.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. First of all, and I understand that for some people it's a much bigger deal. I don't personally believe in prenups.
Right.
I think that ultimately they cause more harm than good.
Yeah.
They're not intended to, but they always kind of do.
Yeah.
There are certain circumstances where I understand the need for a prenup.
Right.
But we're talking about the kind of money that I don't think I'll ever see in my life.
Right.
Now, if I were, a 9-figure guy, right, I could see where, I might want a prenup, especially if we're a little suspect. but at their age,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't imagine the guy was pulling in 10 G's a week at 26.
No, I doubt it. Yeah.
So it almost sounds like he got some bad advice,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or maybe he watched like a fucking documentary or something. Look, I could be wrong.
He's a software engineer, so
that's fine. So you know what? A solid, big time software engineer that works for Microsoft probably makes about 180.
Right.
It's not peanuts, but that's not prenup money in my mind.
Yeah. No.
Okay, when you take taxes into account and all that kind of stuff.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So on the one hand, I think the whole thing was stupid to begin with. Okay. Two, and this is a bit more philosophical, but I personally don't mind sharing things that I achieve or that I'm able to buy. And in fact, even the tiniest little things, I'll give you an example because that's just my nature. So, okay, you might laugh at this, but not every evening, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I like to treat myself and I'll have an ice cream bar.
Okay.
Haagen-Dazs ice cream with the chocolate on the outside.
Yes.
Sometimes I get it with the almonds, sometimes not. Okay. But HR always gets the first bite.
Oh.
It's true. Now, yes, there have been times where I give her the first bite because I don't think something looks good. And I want to make sure,
my God.
And I want to make sure.
I can't believe you're admitting that.
He's an honest man.
I wasn't lying. But look, that is true.
He's an honest man, I guess.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And everybody knows my simplicity.
He almost said it.
And my simplicity in eating, right? But I certainly know I like Haagen-Dazs.
Right.
It's like I don't need that. But that's what I'm saying. No, but it's like that. You need to use my car, no problem. Right. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
I'm not shy about sharing things. I don't care. So to me, the idea that HR accomplished more and bought herself a magnificent car. Right. I would be definitely happy for her, like this guy pretends to be. Mm-hmm. I would not be bitter or hold it against her. Right. But you know why? Because there is no prenup. Exactly. There would be nothing to be jealous about. It's like you want the other to succeed for their own benefit, not for your own.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you really don't think this guy's the asshole?
Well, in a sense, yes, because of kind of how this came out later. My understanding, and again, he's the one that wanted it. So why he's the asshole is not for getting upset at this, okay? Because, again, I don't believe in the whole prenup thing. He's the asshole because he had the ego and audacity to think that pulling in a low 6-figure job warranted a fucking prenup for life. Right? That's so short-sighted.
And then wanting to avoid the prenup once he found out
he had the money.
Right. But that's not necessarily an asshole thing as much as it's a childish, like, dickhead thing. Like, that's like
there's an update. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, hang on. Because that's like a spoiled child.
Yes.
Right? Like, but I don't necessarily mean it doesn't make him an asshole. It makes him spoiled. Or it makes him regretful. Like
spoiled people can be assholes.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Most spoiled people are assholes.
Right. But I'm saying, like, it's almost like buyer's remorse is really what's happening.
Yeah. It's not working to his advantage anymore.
Exactly.
So he wants to change it.
Like I said, he tried to make her seem like the gold digger, realized that wasn't the case.
But I'm taking it a step further in that I don't even know that he tried to make it out like that. I think he thought for whatever reason that he was just going to like be the next CEO of like, fucking Yahoo or something one day, right? Software engineer, I'm a coder. We just finished watching this show, Silicon Valley. It's all about like the tech bubble and all these startups getting this crazy funding and and there's a lot to that back in the day, right? So I get where maybe that's a little bit of that culture, like the software coding
coders
guys.
are not getting what they used to because
AI can do it faster.
It's not because of AI, okay? It's because every fucking dupinder that comes here from college in India is a 10 times better software coder than half the people.
Well, no, it actually is a lot because of. I mean, who knows computer code better than a computer?
Yeah.
Well, somebody has to program the AI to figure out the code and learn it. But the point I'm making is the software engineering market is much more saturated than it used to be. Yeah. Much more of it is offshore or outsourced. It's not like back in the day.
And you're right. They do get people from other countries. That's what Elon Musk does. That's why he needs those visas to stay in touch because he needs to bring his people to do his software stuff for his stuff.
So that's why it's kind of like I can almost see where maybe it was almost like kind of cultural for him in a second, like that's the IT software coders. Again, 7 or 8 years ago, it still wasn't as big of a deal as it was 20 years ago. Yeah. but it's not like, it was probably not some prestige.
But my thing is, I get what you're saying, and that's fine. But she lived with it. She was like, cool. Like, you want me to sign this prenup? I'll sign this prenup, and we're going to... Exactly. Yeah. She was a good sport about it. She could have been an asshole, like, I don't want to sign this. This is wrong. Yeah. Because I know she took it as like, damn, this kind of sucks. Like, he's making me sign a prenup because, he knows who he is, all of that. She still signed it. She was a good sport about it. All these years, she was like, yep, our financials are going to be separate. You keep yours, I keep mine. We don't talk about it. So it's like, but now all of a sudden you don't want that anymore. And that's the thing. Like, I get where you're saying, like, that was his pride, that was his ego, but it's like, stand on it, buddy. That's what you wanted. Stand on it, buddy.
Yeah. So he's definitely a hypocrite.
Yes.
I'll give him that. Right. And this is definitely a combination of buyer's remorse and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. But again, I if I'm going to have to pick, I will rate him an asshole, but I'm going to give him like 2.
Okay.
Now, again, I think the asshole thing would have been if he would have tried to void the prenup without her involvement.
That would have,
went to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
No,
it's not?
No, hold on.
It's not illegal?
It's illegal if he forges her signature. But if he goes to his own attorney, like, look, you got to get me out of this, right? And, like, they start the process without him at least sitting down with her. I mean, Lucinda, I'd like us to reconsider this. Mm-hmm. That I would, mark much higher, right? He was just like, maybe this wasn't so great.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, sure you say that now. All right. So that's why I'm kind of going with 2. Okay. Now, Feldman.
We still have the update, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't know there was an update. I haven't read this, so I'm not sure.
Right. Hit.
She said, update on the am I the asshole for laughing in my husband's face? She said, I sat my husband down. He got back a few hours after my post and suggested we should see a therapist. I suggested we should see a therapist. He refused. I asked him why he wanted to avoid the prenup, and he said because he wanted to combine finances. So I asked to see his bank account, and some of you had predicted, he has been misusing his money and was virtually broke. He basically had less than half of what I even spent on my Audi. He had also made a series of bad investments and had apparently also sold his property that was New England. But most of his money went to his gambling habit. I knew he gambled, but not at the rate that I just saw. I asked where we went from here, and if he didn't want to go to marriage counseling. He replied that since I made more, he showed me his paycheck, and honestly, based on what everyone was telling me, I thought it would be on par with mine. Long story short, it was not. He should quit his job and follow his dreams. He wants to be a professional gambler. She said, is this even a thing? I don't know whose money he thinks he's going to use to finance that. I asked him who would support him while he was following his dreams. Since he hadn't supported me, I would also not be supporting him.
That's right.
Exactly. He flipped out and said I was lucky to have him, that he should have dumped me for a younger woman. I replied that I should have dumped him for a younger man. I know it was childish, but I couldn't help it here. He also said that it was unnatural for me to be making more than he was and that he should have had at least 3 kids by now. I don't know why my screen froze. I can't refresh it to get to the bottom of this.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have to walk back everything. No, I'll tell you why. Because I was rating him, but she's asking if she's the asshole.
Yeah.
Laughing in his face.
Yeah.
So it's really not about Billy.
No.
It's about Lucinda. So no, Lucinda, you're not an asshole for laughing. I probably would have had a similar reaction.
Yeah.
If my ex or now ex was like, yo, I know we signed this, but maybe we ought to reconsider. So
I forgot she was even asking.
Yeah.
Because he was so clearly the asshole.
Yes.
He was so clearly the asshole here.
I was so enthralled with like his version of it or like the side of it. So I lost sight of that. So no, Lucinda, you are not the asshole. I don't even think you fall far down on the Feldman for that initial reaction. I go like an 8.
No.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
It might have been a smidgen sensitive, but probably not that big of a thing.
Exactly after all he told her after the update too. Now, that's just fucking insane.
Let me set you guys hip to something. Let me drop some vitamin E knowledge. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are professional gamblers.
Right. Oh, right. The question she asked. Okay.
Most of them are sports bettors.
Right.
There are very few professional gamblers that are like professional blackjack. Poker is different, but a lot of people don't consider poker gambling as much as it's a skill game.
Right.
There is some variance and there's some chance involved, or whatever, but it's not purely a game of luck. Mm-hmm. Right. Blackjack, baccarat, roulette, all that stuff is. That's just all right. So there are people that call themselves like professional blackjack players. Most of them are banned from casinos at this point because they're card counters. They just try to sugarcoat what they do. And card counting is not illegal, but casinos have the right to not have your business, kick you out, and they usually do. If you're on a list of known card counters or whatever, you're literally.
How talented is this guy at gambling?
He's not. That's if he lost everything. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah.
Here's what I'm trying to get to. we don't know what he lost it on. And let me explain why it's important, okay? Not necessarily to the finance issue. Okay, it's about his potential career and like what he wants to do. If he lost money on sports betting and parlays, that is something you can get better at, but it requires a lot of time and energy. You got to study the teams, the rosters, the stats. You got to check injury reports. And there's so many things that go into that. You got to look at what line is giving you the better odds. Online sports books sometimes give you shittier odds than like brick and mortar casino sports books, that kind of thing. So you can be a professional gambler, but again, the idea of more like a professional sports bettor.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A professional gambler otherwise, like the guy that walks in with like 20 grand and blackjack all night, he may have a good hit now and then. Long term, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many people I've read about in the poker world that gone broke because they could not stay away from what they call the pit games.
Right.
Like, in fact, there's a story of a famous poker player named TJ Cloutier. Okay. TJ was an older school guy. He's dead now, but if he were alive, he'd be in his 80s, right? So he was like a poker pro back when it was like still kind of underground and not like all on ESPN and all that stuff. He was a very respected player, won lots of tournaments, big cashes. But the guy was a degenerate, like table game gambler. Could not help himself. There was a story one year at one of the World Series of Poker events. He cashed a tournament in like third place, won like $196,000. Got cash from the payout window and literally didn't even make it back to his room.
Insane.
And he lost it all.
Insane.
And took $20K off another guy who knew he just got this big score. He's like, oh, TJ's good for it. He's got $100K. Right? Okay. I stiffed that guy too. Yeah. Now, but by the way, I could give you Chino Bean.
No,
he's like a known, tons of these guys. Maurice Hawkins. So many guys. All right. So I don't know if he really wants to be a professional gambler or if he's just an addict. And now he's trying to justify it by saying, I'm chasing my dream and this is like practice.
But I think he's just.
Like addicts come up with all sorts of shit to like justify their behavior.
That could be it because I'm like, at the end of the day, he's talking about I want to quit my job and you're going to work because you make more money than me. But at the same time, it's like, it's unnatural that you, the woman, are making more than me. And, I should have 3 kids by now. So it's like, you can't even tell what this guy wants. This guy is obviously so insecure. And the truth is, it seems like he's jealous of his wife.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jealousy for sure. And if the way she wrote this is completely accurate, without a doubt. It's buyer's remorse. It's a little bit of jealousy. This idea that it's unnatural, no. As let me tell you, I know a person that I'm very close to personally that is a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
His wife makes a great living.
Yeah.
Financially handles all the stuff. This was a conscious choice that they made, right? And let me tell you, everybody has settled into this and they are as happy as can be. And you know why? Because when you put egos aside, the old saying, when you check your ego at the door and you just consider what's best for the overall family unit.
Exactly.
I don't think you can find a rational person alive that would say, no, it's better for Billy to work for half the money and leave Lucinda at home, right? As opposed to, no. Okay? It doesn't make sense. Now, is there something to combining finances? Yeah. If he wasn't a degenerate gambler, yes. That's not an uncommon thing, right? But does that happen after the prenup and after the large salary?
Exactly.
And after he loses like almost everything?
Yeah. No. Exactly. Okay. No.
This was clearly a way for him to try to not have to admit that he was going broke.
Exactly. And then he's like, oh shit, she has money. Like, you know?
Yeah. And by the way, why he wanted to see her bank statement?
Because he wanted to see. She wanted to see his.
Right. I thought, she
checked his and he was broke.
Right.
Yeah.
But didn't he say then, I want to look at yours? No. Oh, he already saw her?
Yeah. Well, see, they knew. Because
Because I was going to say, like, the reason why I think he also needed to see hers is he needs to know how much he can ask her for. Like, oh, well, look, I know you got this much. Anyway.
She's stupid, though, because my thing is, she said she went to school and she's a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist. They make so much fucking money.
A lot of money.
Like, and if he knew she was in school for that.
Oh my God.
Well, here's what I can guess. Software nerds don't always resonate with other jobs and what they make.
Yeah.
They are probably very well aware of what the going rates are in their field.
Yeah.
They probably don't. And by the way, I don't think that's uncommon. Like I know what newly hired attorneys go for.
Yeah.
Newly barred attorneys go for. I have no idea what a software coder makes.
Right. No, yeah. Right.
No,
but I feel like we all know nurses. Nurses
Well,
got and especially that, and like a certified registered nurse part of it.
It's big money.
Yeah.
Not just that. So there's even more money if you are what's called a floating nurse or traveling nurse.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You get paid big per diems,
yes.
Because it's not like the salary, but you can make killer money at that.
I've heard.
And I mean, I know we already kind of hijacked the first one into all these different things, but just to bring it back home, I'm going 0 dingleberries, 8 on the Feldman.
Yeah.
The fact that he won't go to therapy, I don't think it makes a difference. I think his marriage is doomed either way.
Yeah.
Because
she sat there and was like, well, who the fuck did I marry now?
Well, what I'm saying is the idea of, look, when somebody like, no, we don't need therapy, goddammit, I just need you to open the purse strings. No. This is somebody that needs to be in control, but that lacks control, self-control at the very least, right? And look, I enjoy gambling.
Right.
I'm very comfortable inside a casino.
Yeah.
I know my way around a card table.
Yeah.
But what I don't do is I don't go to HR or something. Well, HR wouldn't anyway. Since HR's not sponsoring my gambling, but no, I'm just saying I wouldn't go to my significant other and be like, I want to give up the practice of law. I know I have a fucking degree, just like software engineer or whatever, but I just want to be a professional gambler, and I need you to support me.
Yep.
In my dream.
Yeah.
I don't expect. I think laughing in my face would be the least of what I would get.
Yeah.
From that, that's a pretty.
And then him going off because she was like, "I won't be supporting that. Like, who's going to support you? You didn't support me when I was doing mine." And for him to be like, "You should be lucky to have me." Why? Yeah. There's less money in your bank account that's in my car that I just bought for cash. No. Yeah, no, asshole. I hate him.
I just love the karma in that story.
Me too. I love it too. Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what that's almost like, though?
What is it almost like?
It would almost be like if you had a cringy sister-in-law that knew how much your family made and kept trying to muscle her way into your family stuff.
Exactly.
Live with you, eat your food.
Make their kids call, all of them uncles, grandpas, all of that.
Right. It would be almost like that.
Almost like that. Exactly. All right. Next one.
Oh, sorry, by the way. I just can't help but wonder, how often do you think Evelyn is like, who did I marry? This Ricky guy.
Probably not enough because she's still with him.
Oh, for now. I haven't even turned on the charm yet.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This one started, am I the asshole for thinking about divorcing my new husband because he told me about his fetish 2 days after our wedding day?
2 days after?
Yeah, he waited.
Okay, so he's a sick fuck, I'm guessing. But okay.
Yes.
Let's find out.
She said this is a throwaway account and all of these are fake names.
Sure.
I know about this because of YouTube, but I never thought I would ever have a reason to post here. I, 31 female, got married to Parker, 31 male, on Saturday.
Peter. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably.
Peter Parker.
Yeah. A man that I have known for 7 years, or so I thought. On Monday, during our honeymoon, he told me about this fetish he has. My new husband just told me that he wants me to go a week without grooming nor cleaning myself except for brushing my teeth and cleaning my vagina. I was so shocked and hurt when I heard this because what? He kept saying that this was his fetish, is the only thing that would make him happy. I felt so numb in the moment that I just agreed to do it to shut him up because I didn't know what we were talking about at this point.
They went through a 7-year engagement.
And he never told her this.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But he functioned the whole time?
Apparently.
Apparently he was happy up until this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, I just couldn't think straight as I never saw this coming, especially from him. I really thought I knew who he was. While fulfilling Parker's fetish, I saw so many sides of him that I had never seen before. He said since I'm going to be a stay-at-home wife, he would like me to do this once a month. He made fun of me while having sex with me the other day, and I feel like I don't know him anymore at all. I am truly someone who takes marriage seriously, but I feel like I don't know who I just married into. I'm already thinking about divorce. Would I be the asshole in this situation?
How can you go 7 years without...
Yeah.
Coming clean on
You know what I want to know? Do they have like bum lady porn or something? How does this guy get off?
I have no idea.
He literally wants the underarms to start growing out, the stubble on the legs, the fucking.
But no grooming, which means no showering.
Right. Yeah. And no brushing her hair.
Brush your
teeth and wash her for JJ.
Yeah, right? That's it.
Yeah, because he's got to kiss her and other stuff.
I'm like, Hold
on. No showers.
No
cleaning the backside.
No.
None of that.
None of that.
Yeah, there's something, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that's called.
I would also sit there and be like, who the fuck did I marry? I've known this man for 7 years. And the fact that he waited until after she was married, he knew what he was doing because he knew it'd be harder for her to leave him now because they're married. But also, can't you just annul a marriage license in 90 days?
After 2 days, you probably could.
Yeah.
You know, especially if there's been no commingling yet of anything, no children.
Yeah, exactly. She would not be the asshole for divorcing him, so no.
No, I'm just more hooked on the idea of how did this not come out?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
7 years.
Yeah.
How do you hide that for 7 years?
Look, I don't know that I have like a particular fetish that if I don't do something,
Right.
I can't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty much not like that, but I gotta wonder if this is truly a fetish and he really only feels happy. How do you not see any signs in 7 years? You're not telling me his fucking browser history.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Right? The fucking his images on his phone. Something would
yeah,
like,
I feel like true crime. Like there must have been clues.
It had to have been. It had to have been. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm almost like a little disappointed that Lucinda didn't catch any of these. 7 years.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like something that just developed over a month or two.
Yeah, like, he had rooted, this. Yeah,
this is rooted into something, right? I don't know what he might have had. Like his first experience might have been with like a stinky whore or something. I don't know. There's something about odor and dirt or whatever that is.
Well, she said that's what he wants. He wants her to look and smell gross during sex, so he could kind of put her down through it.
So
he likes stinky, greasy, dirty, hairy woman, and he wants to make fun of a woman during sex. Not only because she's dirty, but because he wants to pick at all of her imperfections because it makes him feel good. He made fun of all of my skin flaws because of this. He made fun of everything else around as well. So.
Oh, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, this is a weird fetish. Divorce him, please.
I mean, that's almost an illness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're a hurricane. You know, this almost like
I don't. I don't.
This is like nothing I've ever heard.
I've never heard of this either. Yeah.
I thought I had heard it.
I thought I had heard it all too. Honestly.
I got two almost likes on this.
Oh, okay.
First one. You know, this is almost like. This would almost be like if you had like a weird thing about shitting in first class, you know, and just had to do it every time you got on a plane because you thought you had. Like your wife wanted you to do that, even though that's not really a fetish of hers, but you thought it was. Right, it's almost like that. But you know what else it's almost like?
What is it almost like?
It would almost be like if somehow you convinced yourself that you only like people with less limbs, right? And that was like became your fetish. Like you only wanted people missing digits.
Exactly. Almost like that. Exactly.
Oh my God. This is going to be the longest episode ever.
Some show with whatever.
She said not me. The guy, he's like, I haven't.
The guy hired the less-limbed girl to like pose in a certain way. Don't you remember that show?
That was an episode of House, maybe.
No, it wasn't an episode of House. God, I can't remember which show it was.
Was it one of those shows that I wasn't watching with you?
No, you saw it with me.
Okay. Did I like it? I don't know. Damn.
Yeah, because but this is weird though. Like this is
not about her odor as much as it's some kind of weird need to dominate and put down.
Yeah, there's some history with this. So something happened early on.
I mean, I don't know anybody personally. But I've seen like Law and Order SVU episodes. Where, like somebody has to be like cruel and like verbally abusive and like have to put someone down, and it's always like, you know, you're nothing. You're just an ant. You're, you know, and that there's nothing healthy about that. Even if it's just a fetish, even if she can convince herself that he's just, you know, a little,
exactly,
because different strokes for different folks, right? But no, there's something definitely beyond just fetish behavior with this. If this is really what it takes for him to get off. There's one other thing too that I can't help but think of, and I don't know that she would know this, but I'm guessing. This is an educated guess, but if this truly is a fetish and it's that strong, I don't believe he was faithful over 7 years.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think he was feeding this fetish on the side.
I feel like it had to have been.
He's got to.
It would not be easy to find someone
that's going to be okay with that.
I'm talking about like hookers.
But then that's why he waited until after they got married to say anything about it, because he knew she wouldn't stay.
How could you function in society without showering for the entire week?
And it's like, you're going to do this once a month for me. Like, that's like, oh my God. And then it's like, you do it to put her down is insane. Like, that's the worst part. Someone was like, maybe he hates women, but it's like, no. She said no. I just think that this is what he likes. So
we'll make this one easier too. Yo, Lucinda, you are not the asshole.
Divorce him, even if it's 2 days later.
I mean, whatever. I don't think that this is ever going to become healthy, right? Look, you just got married. perhaps you don't want to end the marriage this fast, and there's going to be a ton of questions and it's going to be hard to answer, I would definitely, or I should say potentially, seek some kind of couples therapy. He definitely needs some help.
This is not going to help.
No, she says she already. I was reading through the comments because the account got suspended, so I can't see them. I have to go through like the comments, and she said that her mom she already called her mom and told her about it. Her mom said she's going to help her get out of this. So
okay,
if it's that deep,
nothing's going to fix this. No,
not going to help.
No, I don't think she's the asshole. I'm giving her 0 dingleberries, 10 on the Feldman. I concur. I don't see that she did anything wrong. No. I'm not even going to make a, just take care of your man joke. Yeah, no.
This is so weird to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to understand, for me, this is like 10 times worse than it is for anybody else.
Because Eric's a neat freak and a germaphobe.
I don't like dirt or germs.
Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
Anywhere. Mm-hmm. Okay? So.
Yeah, nope, absolutely not.
Like, one day, like, you might want to hit that shower before we, fucking 7 days.
And you're requesting it? Sir, no. Exactly.
Ooh, honey,
exactly.
Honey,
No, we can't do that. Exactly.
So, 0 and 10. I'm with you on that one.
Okay, next one.
Right.
Am I the asshole for wanting my wife to flush her poop? Okay. What?
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. You'd think. Wife, 47 female, and I, 55 male, have been married for 19 years. It's been a marriage full of ups and downs, and it seems like we've had more than our fair share, but we've managed to stay together. She has a newfound habit of taking a dump in the master bathroom and just leaving it. I understand that you can be preoccupied and multitasking in your head, etc. So finding that when walking isn't such a big deal. But after a couple of times in a month, it gets irritating. I have spoken to her lovingly, kindly, openly. Is something amiss? Are you aware you're doing this? Do you have some stress you're not sharing? Because it's just kind of gross and it seems disrespectful to your partner to just keep leaving it there for them to deal with like 3 times a week now. Her reaction is to laugh it off or say, why can't you just deal with it? Flush it and move on. It feels like there's a level of fuck you in this response to me, which she denies and says I'm making it up in my head. Can you really gaslight someone about flushing poop?
Yeah, that's not made up in his head either. That's a real thing. Listen. Okay, if every morning, if I went to take my morning whiz and I saw a fucking floating turd, right, I would start to have a problem.
And like he said, it's okay if you forgot once and it's like preoccupied. Like, okay, she was like, I get it. You could be occupied. But it's 3 times a week that I deal with this? Fuck no.
Yeah, if it's brown, flush it down.
Exactly. There you go. That was such a mom thing.
But it's true. It really doesn't take that much energy.
No, exactly.
It really doesn't.
Fucking jiggle the handle, whatever.
Exactly.
And watch it go away. I almost feel like for whatever weird reason, this gives her some kind of pleasure when he walks in on it and like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Another credit fetish.
Like.
Possible. Because I'll tell you what this kind of reminds me of, but in a different kind of way.
Okay.
So, God, I'll never hear the end of this later. But my brother, God bless him, he used to love sending me pictures of his morning dump, like a caption, like, don't have a shitty day or whatever. Like, he thought that was the funniest thing for a while. So I'm like, yo, Josh, you got to stop.
You got to stop.
Like,
right. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, probably that was for 2 reasons. One, because my brother is clearly not bothered by poop in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all. Exactly.
He'll do by the woods, whatever, on the plane,
exactly.
Okay.
Sounds like a kids book on the plane, on the train.
Whatever,
right. Like,
he's got to go. He doesn't care. But I also think he knows just how nauseous that makes me.
Yes.
Right. So he might have been having a little bit of fun with me, during that phase. But no, I don't see this as an asshole thing to simply want no turds floating in your toilet bowl. No. That's number one. Number two, if a turd sits in a toilet long enough, the whole fucking bathroom stinks. Yeah. Like, the whole point is also not just clearing it away, but so that it doesn't resonate and make your entire bathroom stink.
Exactly.
All day.
In there.
I remember once years ago when I was living with a roommate, I was like in college, kind of in college, whatever. And the plumbing went bad. It was after the Northridge earthquake.
Right.
Right. So it was like 2 weeks. We didn't have running water, but when you had to pee,
Right.
Right. Our toilet was so rank. The smell was so bad.
I can't even.
You're talking about 2 19-year-olds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Drank our fair share of warm beer or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine more than once a week. Are you kidding? Even once a week.
Yeah.
Now, if this happened once a month, and it was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
Right, and that's what he was saying. Like, that's what he was rationalizing it too. Like, oh, she was tired, she's preoccupied with something. That's fine.
Look, I've had that where if I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't want to wake anybody up, like I'll do my bit, or I'll leave the bedroom and I'll go to like the outside, like
right.
So it doesn't like make too much noise to wake anybody else up. But other than that, like no, I'm not leaving my floating turds. No, right? I'm not going to sit and squat and take a growler just to admire it later.
No,
I mean,
and it's like, why would she? But you know,
let me share one sad thing about men. Okay, we do look when we're done to see how big it is. We do. We all do.
But she's a woman.
I know. Okay, all fucking men do. Okay, we want to see what we laid down. But once we give it a look and kind of like a nod, like fuck yeah, then we just let it go. Like, gone.
Yeah, no, I don't know any woman that does that. But
I'm just saying. Like,
I don't understand either why she does this. Like what?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't know if it's hard. I'm telling you, this cannot be just lazy.
And it's like, does she just close like the toilet lid down and forgets about it, and like while she's trying to forgets about it?
Maybe, but that would be weird too.
She would have been embarrassed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
she would have been embarrassed.
And she's not. She's like, just deal with it.
Yeah.
I need.
What?
I hate to do this, but I have to ask the obvious question. Okay, where's all the toilet paper in the bowl? How is there still a floating turd in the toilet?
Maybe she throws it in the trash. I don't know.
So that's equally disgusting. She wipes her ass, takes the shit residue toilet paper,
and puts it in the trash.
Next to you. No.
Wait, how do we know there's no toilet paper in the bowl?
I mean, it doesn't say anything about it, though.
If you're visibly looking at the floating shit in the bowl.
Well, he didn't say it was just shit. He just kind of said that it's there.
So if she dumped the toilet paper and the shit and left it, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Because the toilet paper gets all like nasty and like weird gummy looking, and then you could clog shit like by doing that. Like it just there is nothing good.
In the story, no, that's
any of this.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. Like, because I don't know, like, in what universe you think this is somehow okay, or is it somehow like a weird turnoff or something?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, and her saying flush it and move on to him. Why can't you do that? Why can't you flush it and move on? Right. It's your shit.
Why is it his job to discard her feces?
Exactly. It's weird. And it's like after 19 years, she started doing this.
Yeah, maybe she's sending a different kind of message. Maybe this is some kind of weird psychological or subconscious thing she's going through. Look, I know this is not the same thing, but I'll give you an example. Okay, when I was in school, in high school, I was actually in honors U.S. history.
Okay.
Now, I'm not because I was any honor student, but because the teacher we had for honors U.S. history truly never made us do anything.
Right.
Everybody got an A. I had to lobby hard to get into the class.
I remember the last episode we had when you said...
I was thinking that.
Excuse me.
The guy who said he was an AP cam was so obnoxious.
Exactly. And he was a jerk and he was a know-it-all. Exactly.
Stop. Advanced placement is different than honors, number one.
It is. It's harder.
So the nerdier.
It's harder. I took APs in high school, so I'm saying it's harder.
And nerdier. And number two, this was one class because it was an easy A, and I knew it was going to be an A. So I had to lobby with my counselor to let me in because I didn't have the background. But the bigger point I'm making here is this. For whatever reason, so my AP or my honors history class was like fourth period or third period. My second period class was psychology.
Right.
Even in high school, we had an elective for psychology. Okay. And I would bring my books, I would put them down, and I would forget my history book almost every day.
Right.
And it would be right there the next morning when I came back in the second period. I would forget it again. And finally, my psychology teacher said to me, this is some kind of abandonment issue.
Oh.
Right? Now,
abandonment issue.
Yeah, that's what she
it's
said.
like, he wants to abandon history.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do. Exactly.
You can just have the book with him, you can study.
But the point is, it was like, it wasn't on a conscious level. It was just like, I just left it and I just didn't think about it. Like, whatever. And then I would make it to class, like, oh, fuck, I don't have my book. And then his name was Mr. Lish. Like, Mr. Lish, I don't have my book. I just share with someone. All right, fine. And anyway, we didn't even read. It didn't matter. But, again, the point is that there's something else here where she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And this has got to be
And it's just weird that it's her poop. That's what makes it the worst part. It's her poop.
So, Billy.
Yeah.
Billy,
you are not the asshole.
Not the asshole for being freaked out by this.
No.
You are not the asshole for asking a simple request and just flush.
Yeah.
Right? And nor are you the asshole for not wanting to flush after her. Right? Everybody flushes their own. right? It's a very simple rule.
Yeah.
I wonder if she would be bothered if he did the same thing to her.
That would be, you're right. He should do it back and let's see what happens. I just feel like to him, it's gross. Like he's like, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
For most people to just leave.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, I feel like to him, he wouldn't want to do something like that. So, yeah.
This whole episode is starting to make me nauseous. Like all the.
It wasn't on purpose. It was just.
Don't wash your body for 7 days. Shower, all that. Like shit and leave it in the toilet. Just let them float there.
Mm-hmm. I know. Sorry, my Google decided to freeze again, so we're waiting on it to unfreeze.
Oh, well, while we're waiting,
we can let the podcast members like envision your face being all gross.
Exactly. No, he's gonna give his little. He's gonna give his shout out.
Right. Speaking of floating turds.
Eric.
No, there's a floating mahjong board in the pool. So, shout out to the floating pool playing mid-bar Maj crew, right? The Donkadori.
Nice.
Right?
I don't think Donkadori is gonna come now that you called her a floating turd.
I didn't call her floating turd. I said the board, the game board, right? And girl, you better be in that bikini when I show up to play mahjong.
She's not gonna be there.
The Donkadori, right? Evelyn and Rami, whatever his name.
Emily and Ron.
Randy, whatever.
Ron.
Yeah. Jessica and Amy, right? Dougie, Bobby, Melissa, Jenny, Rafi, Aaron, Karen, and the rest of the Midbar Maj crew.
There you go.
Shout out to you guys.
You know, it's probably funny. Ron probably thinks you think of him all the time, and that's why you keep mentioning his name.
It is funny if he thinks that.
Yeah.
I think the funnier part is I just don't bother remembering his real name, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one.
All right.
Am I the asshole for serving my wife less food than me and our guest?
No.
You didn't even hear the story.
Well, unless he has I'm sorry, you're right. It depends how big he is.
What does it have to do with how much she gets?
Have you seen?
Even Jen is like, wait, what? No, you have to explain to us what that had to do with her getting less food. Not her, but the wife getting less food.
No, it depends how big the husband is. Like if he's a big guy, then he might normally pack his plate more and then give everybody else something more proportionate.
The guest got the same amount as him. She's saying only the wife got less the amount. Everyone else got the same but her.
Well, if he's putting her on a diet, I can understand.
That's what it sounds like.
All right, I'm just saying. But before, have you seen those TikToks where it's the Bigfoot, but he's dressed like a news reporter and has a microphone, but it's the big, hairy ape.
Mm-mm.
So, and he does these insulting things. So there's one where there's a fat lady and he's like, well, what do you do for a living? And she's like, I'm a fitness model. He's like, listen, I know 5 fat people and you're 4 of them.
Oh my God.
But it was so fun. It's funny because it's an AI generated,
right?
Not real, but anyway. So, okay, let's hear about Considerate Billy, who's just trying to make his wife healthier.
Oh my God. Someone did that to you, you'd be pissed. My wife, female 25, and I, male 29, have been married for a year, but we have been together for 4. Ever since I met her, she has a weird habit surrounding food. I noticed it our very first date. Instead of eating equally everything on her plate, she first eats all her sides, then the main, and then she drinks her drink.
By the way, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because HR will tell you, when we go order a meal, if it comes with vegetables, I'll just eat those first to get them out of the way.
Yeah. I like to eat my fries before they get soggy before I eat a burger or anything like that as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying we all kind of have our eating habits, but okay.
I eventually asked why she does this, and she said she doesn't know, but she just can't stomach eating a bite here, a bite there of different things. She really doesn't like when different things get in her stomach at the same time. Valid. Honestly, I was valid. I've never heard this, but I was valid. I get it. I know a lot of people who don't like their foods touching, so kind of makes sense. Because of this, she often gets full before she even eats half of the main, and then she gets hungry later or upset about it because she couldn't taste the main food. Sometimes she even wants to drink with everyone else, but she simply can't let herself because she's already full from eating all of the sides. So now, every time we make dinner, I serve her a lot less than what I think she will eat. That way, she eats all of the sides, then gets to eat the meal and actually can try it and enjoys the drink. If she's hungry still, she has no problem doing the same thing twice. It's just a quirk she has, and it doesn't bother me. This past weekend, we hosted dinner for her sister's husband, and a mutual couple friend. I saw her sister eyeballing her plate as I gave it to her, but I assumed she also knew about the food thing, and maybe that's why. Well, after dinner, of which my wife ate her first plate of food, her drink, and then a bit more of a second, her sister approached me as I was doing the dishes and asked me why I was limiting my wife's food. I kind of laughed because I was surprised about this and said, I'm not. and explain what I said up here. Her sister told me that this was unacceptable and that my wife was allowed to eat how and what she wanted. I explained that I absolutely agreed that this is just something really small that helps her. But her sister was pissed and even took it as far as telling the other couples. I cleared it up with the couple who said they didn't care, nor did they believe that I was starving my own wife. But am I the asshole for doing this?
All right, this is very different than what I thought it was going to be.
It's harder to kind of follow all the, logic.
Right. So I get where he's coming from, but I get where her sister's also coming from. I see both points of view here. Because it's like, I get that he's like, okay, I know if I serve her a normal plate of food, she won't even get to eat most of it.
Right.
And then she'll be hungry later. But if I serve her just a little bit of everything, and then I serve her again a little bit of everything, she's going to keep eating. But at the same time, she is a grown woman. You serve her food, and what she eats and what she doesn't eat, that's on her.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand why the sister's like, it seems a bit controlling. It seems like you're limiting her food because you're giving it to her in small portions, like she's a child.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's grown. If she doesn't finish her food, she doesn't finish her food.
I'm just not clear on what her feeling is.
Yeah, and I don't know that this is about not finishing it as much as it's him just sort of almost like placating the way she eats.
So he was saying that. So he was saying he does it because she doesn't finish it ever. So she was like, and then later she's like hungry still. Yeah. So he's like, if I give her little for little, she'll get seconds still.
By the way, that's not an uncommon way to eat.
Right.
Like, not like this, but a lot of people say you're supposed to eat like several little meals
throughout the day.
As opposed to, now this is all happening in one meal. He's just giving her like little small courses.
Yeah.
What it feels like is not coming from a bad place.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Feel like he thought this out very well.
Yeah, because it does seem limiting. Like if you're like, imagine you're watching like your brother just get served little bits of food.
Yeah, it'd be weird to see.
Yeah. If I'm the outsider looking in, be like, why are you doing that? Like, she's not a bird. Right? Like that. Yeah, but having said that, in understanding the background, I don't think this was him being a jerk or trying to embarrass. I think he was legitimately trying to help her with her eating habit or facilitated her.
And it kind of sounds like it's working now.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. But so now it's like, but the sister, so his thing is, who the fuck's family did I marry into? Because she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. So it's kind of like, is he the asshole?
Well, no, but I don't think that this is really something that you have to marry into. This doesn't.
Right.
And maybe, I don't know if the sister is aware of the eating habits.
Well, shouldn't the wife explain to the sister?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, at some point, she's like, no, you don't understand. Billy wasn't trying to deprive you of anything.
Unless the wife isn't really on board with this and he just thinks she is. But
that too.
But that would still require just a private conversation.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. If he had started doing this before that night, and if this were really something she would be subconscious about, or self-conscious about, I should say, then she should have told Billy ahead of time, like, look, my sister's coming tomorrow night.
Right.
Please just,
I was thinking just like certain things are okay by yourself, but you don't do it for the company.
Yeah.
But I would imagine she would have said that if she was actually, self-conscious about it or embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So she might also be like, this kind of works great. I eat at my leisure. Right? My shit doesn't get all cold, whatever.
Yeah.
My point here is I don't think this was him trying to control.
No. Yeah.
Right?
We're on board with you on that part. Yeah.
And as a result, I don't really think it's an asshole thing to do.
Right.
So I'm going 0 on this. I don't even think it's Feldman worthy. I mean, it's not really shameless to like just serve your wife a way that probably she eats the best.
I think like Jen said, just kind of like time and place, like maybe around like other people, maybe we shouldn't do that, like do that at home with her.
Only because you're going to have to do this and
you're going to have to explain. Exactly. Because if I saw that too, I'd be like, why are you limiting my friend's food? What the fuck is going on, bro?
And I don't think I'm like sharing any national secrets here. Men generally are dumb when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You need to tell us if we shouldn't do something. Otherwise, we'll think it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't be more honest about this than I am right now. Men really need a roadmap, right? We can do lots of great things on our own, but certain etiquette things that we think are harmless, a lot of people don't see it the same way.
Exactly.
And we just need to be told.
Yeah.
Yo, Billy, do me a favor. Tonight, just serve me normal.
Yeah.
Okay? Appreciate you. Love you for taking care of me like this. All right. It's also, this particular style is a little weird.
Yeah.
But what's not weird is spouses serving the other spouse in a way in which they like.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So, for example, when HR would cook, she knows what I like and what I don't. She would kind of make sure I didn't have the things I didn't want. I mean, and there's nothing like controlling about it. You're just being accommodating because you know somebody well enough at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Or
story of my life. I have to be made a separate plate everywhere.
Oh, here's a better example. If we're going to go out to dinner, right? Usually it's like, Eric, you pick because I'm much less picky. Not that I'm picky, I'm just simple, but I'm, and so wherever you end up going, I'll be fine with it. And she kind of, defers to me so that that way I won't feel like I didn't, have a good meal.
Right.
It's not done out of control. It's just done out of love, like I'm just, being nice.
She doesn't want to deal with you later complaining about the food.
Listen, just so you know, Hurricane, I'm going to complain either way.
I know, but she tries to give you, and the way she laughed, that's really what she feels. It's like, I'm going to do that so he can't complain later about it was my choice.
She also knows that I'll usually find something to complain about.
But this way, you can't blame her.
Yeah,
but this way, you can't blame her because she didn't choose the place. Smart, Jen.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, she admitted it. Yeah.
We had to go, unfortunately, to a funeral yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And after the funeral, Jewish funerals, we all go back to someone's house. There's like a big meal.
Right, that deli platter.
Yeah, there was no deli platter.
Oh.
And this is what I was telling her. So funny. I was like, as we were leaving, I'm like, you know what? If it's going to be like all like bagels and cream cheese and lox and shit, I'm going to really get upset.
Is that what they had?
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you the saving grace.
Yeah.
Thank God they had butter. So at least I could put butter on a bagel, right? And they had all these little potato.
Well, isn't that like a Jewish thing? The butter on bagels?
No, cream cheese is.
I've heard the butter on bagels is like a Jewish thing.
No. Cream cheese is, lox is, onions and tomatoes, all that. That's all Jewish stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't like any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I was able to eat something, right? But it wasn't like I wasn't like jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
The deli platter is what you look for.
I love those deli. I do.
Exactly. At Jewish funerals, that's what it is.
Well, I'm having one sent Thursday night. Because like a lot of people get sent.
It's just if they keep kosher meat is really expensive.
Yeah.
So to have a deli platter for that many people, it gets very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody's supposed to pitch in. Or
Yeah.
But anyway, so the point is, but I get it,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you go someplace and there's nothing that looks appetizing,
Mm-hmm.
I get very cranky.
Right.
Okay. So, all right. But having said all that, so again, I don't think Billy's the asshole.
No.
I just think he didn't think it through.
Yeah.
Or he should have, and Lucinda just should have said something. If that, and honestly, it's really for her to be uncomfortable about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If she doesn't care, neither should her sister.
No. Yeah. Definitely. But I understand. Also, it's like maybe we shouldn't do that in front of family. Maybe we should do that when we're home alone.
No,
you
fine.
know? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
probably just forgot about it.
Yeah. She probably also didn't think about it. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna have dinner."
Yeah.
Also, I hate to say it, it also sounds like the sister's a little too nosy.
Well, any sibling would do it. Like if I saw that with like my brother, I'd be like,
No, if my sister-in-law, if my non-cringy sister-in-law
mm-hmm.
were serving my brother that way for whatever reason, I might ask him privately after, like, Josh, what was with that? But I wouldn't say anything in front of anybody.
Well, she pulled him aside.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
It wasn't in front of everyone.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm just saying I wouldn't pull her aside, like,
Oh, I would. I definitely would.
I wouldn't say shit.
I would.
But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what that's almost like?
Oh, you're so full of crap. You're such a yenta.
Well, it's almost like
you're a yenta. She's
she is not me.
Said you're a
you know what it's
yenta.
almost like?
What is it
would almost be like if you had a cringy sister-in-law that wanted to constantly butt into the way you guys eat,
mm-hmm.
shop, drive, socialize, right? Play games, babysit, gamble,
mm-hmm.
and drink.
Exactly.
Almost like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that wasn't a sneeze, that was a cough.
No, it was a cough, yeah.
You know what Jewish people say? When you make a statement and then someone sneezes, you say, "Oh, you're sneezing on the truth."
Oh my God.
I'm serious. It's an old saying.
That's true. It actually is an old saying.
Sneezing on the truth.
There you go.
Sneezing on the truth.
Sneezing on the truth.
That's right.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yep.
Am I the asshole? I stopped wearing / using what my husband gave me after he said that it's his money. Why does my voice sound good? Okay. I, 26 female, had been with my husband, 30 male, for 5 years. Married 3 months ago. I'm a housewife and I have a little side job so I can buy what I want. My husband has a high-paying job that covers all of the utilities and all of the bills. Just a little background. After we got married, my husband insisted for me to stop working altogether because his paycheck could cover everything and help us live comfortably. So I agreed. Last Monday, when I got home after I had bought groceries, he asked how much it was, and I told him that it was $950 since he had a lot of requests in addition to the list. If not, it would have only been $8.50, just like every other month. I'm guessing they buy groceries once a month, and that's why that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I can see that because I know for a family, for sure, it's a lot. Yeah. After that, he got angry at me and told me to stop using his paycheck since it's not my money. I explained to him that I followed the list that he'd made and got his request. He didn't listen and said that I'm basically throwing it all away. I was taken aback since I only use his money to pay the bills and utilities. I have a side job for all of my interests, and I never ask him something unless I really needed it. I was so angry at his accusations that after that day, I began to dig up my old stuff and used it instead, and I also stopped wearing or using his gifts. He confronted me and asked why. I only said that I just don't feel comfortable with what he said, and I don't like throwing his money away like he told me. He tried to look sad and then left. When I told my friends about it, they said what I did was petty and I should have just listened. Some of them said that I should be pettier. My parents reprimanded me for taking things too far. It's been 4 days now and we haven't talked. I'm starting to think that I really did go too far here. Am I the asshole for rejecting his gifts? No.
I don't think
no.
So. That was a serious dick move.
Yeah, that was a dick move. He came at her because he's the only one with the job. And I think that's the worst imbalance that you could be. I feel like you should have your own, as a woman, you should have your own source of income. And the fact that he made you stop working because his job could make you guys live comfortably and you're buying groceries for the house and that's what he's telling you you're spending on when he added the list and he made the list.
That drives me crazy. Like, men or anyone who you ask the person to stop working and then you give them a hard time for what they're spending money on. And in this case, it was just groceries.
Exactly. She's like, I buy my own stuff. I have a little side job that I do to just buy what I like to fund my interest. And it's like, of course, after you throw that jab at her, she's not going to want to wear any of the gifts you got her. She's not going to wear anything you bought her.
I feel very weird about that, too.
Exactly. Me too. I'd be like, you know what, bro? Like
you ain't got to do that. I'm a mooch.
Exactly. Exactly. You're making it seem like I'm not doing anything. I'm just wasting your money. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that either. I'd be like, nah, like, I'm good.
Does it give their ages again?
26 and 30. Yeah. She's 26. He's 30.
That's part of it.
She's younger. Yeah.
No, but that's also, and he's not mature enough, to kind of understand the amount of time and energy keeping a house is.
How old does he have to be mature? He's 30 already.
30-year-old men are like 21-year-old women mentally. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
Not all, but it sounds like, or it feels like he just doesn't have an appreciation for all the day-to-day. And it's not the most uncommon thing because as men, and it's not always men, women, whatever.
Right.
As the one is out at work all day, they're not there to witness all the goings on in the house. Meal prep, grocery shopping, cleaning, dealing with kids if there are any, if anything breaks, got to stay with the handyman, be there for it.
No, and she also spoke about how, because people kept asking like, Jesus, why do you spend so much on groceries? She says he makes it a point that we host dinner weekly for our friends and our family. So that's why I spend so much. It's not like she's just wasting it. So she makes him, he makes her host for all of them. But and he's still not taking that into consideration. That adds to your point.
The only thing I'm not completely on board with is I don't know that he makes her do anything, but
he expects it. I guess
he probably has an expectation. And
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound like she sat him down.
Yeah.
She's like, look, Billy, if you want to keep doing this, this, and this, you need to, something.
Right.
It sounds like she's sort of going along with it, and then now she's upset. Right.
Well, she's upset because you threw it in her face.
No, I get it. But in other words, she also may be a bit more upset with herself, too, for just kind of finding herself in this position, especially if she was career-minded at first.
Right.
Right? This might be some of the undertones might be more resentment. Right? And then I could easily see where she gets like super mad. She's already kind of resentful that he asked her to not work, but he's going to continue working and all that.
Right.
And then he bitches at her for doing the things that he expects her to do because she doesn't work.
Exactly.
Like, I could see, like, if that were me, right? Like, I would get pretty, fed up with that. So I don't think she's the asshole for being like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah. I don't know when this is written.
And it wasn't even like a fuck you. It was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It was written 10 minutes ago.
The price of everything went up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that's a good
everyone's
point,
paying more for groceries now.
And she's saying like he wants me to only buy like quality products because he wants 5-star dishes for our friends and family. So it's like obviously that's going to even be more expensive. She's not going to a Ralph's or El Super or anything like that.
Other insecurities.
Yeah.
Where he needs to feel like
superior.
Yeah, or like he's just or he's being envied by his friends. And, well, look at Billy. His wife makes him these gourmet. there may be something about him.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
You know, like that's what I'm thinking. So,
but she's not the asshole for saying like, I'm not going to use the gifts you bought me or the clothes you bought me because I just feel I feel uncomfortable with that. Because that's the question: is she the asshole for stop doing? Because he got mad at that. He got mad that she stopped using the gifts he got her and using the clothes he bought her, and she's wearing what she bought on her own because she was like, I just don't feel comfortable.
No, anymore. I'm with you.
Yeah,
and in a weird, ironic, reverse kind of way, it kind of reminds me of, you know what? Like if you had a cringy sister-in-law that wanted you to buy her all the stuff and constantly wanted gifts from you, right? And then would get mad if you didn't give her
exactly.
Right? And she wanted to make sure that her kid got the same thing as like the natural children did.
Exactly.
Like it would be almost like that, but in reverse, right? It's kind of like the reverse of that.
It would almost be like that too. Like if you knew someone that sold like perfumes or colognes, and then the other person sold it, in money, and now she's mad that she couldn't get anything from that as well because it was her money, right? So it's almost like that. Yeah, exactly.
You're getting so good. Wow. Oof.
So what are we going on this one? 0?
Yeah.
0.
I mean, what did she do?
Yeah, she did what he told her to do. That's the worst part. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
There's only... Sorry, I'm going to tell you. I might have told the story before. I don't know, but I'm going to tell it again. But so yeah, 0 and 10.
Yeah, agreed.
There's only one person I know in life who was justified in getting angry at asking his girlfriend to do something and her actually doing it. And that's my friend. Let's call him Slotty. Okay. So Slotty had a girlfriend. It was like his first real kind of girlfriend.
Okay.
And for 1 year, I don't know if it was spring break or it's a long weekend, we all like, hey, let's go to Newport Beach, right? And we were able to get rooms.
Right.
Like it was kind of like a motel, like a motel. Right. But for us, it was like kind of cool. And we we're all excited. I had my girlfriend at the time. We're all like, yeah. Anyway, so Slotty is getting ready to get busy. And he says something to the effect of, I'd really like it if you gave me head.
Right.
And his girlfriend, I won't use her name or variation, but her nickname was Groovy Ghoulie.
Okay.
And if you Google the Groovy Ghoulie, you'll understand. She looked just like that.
Oh, my God.
So and now Slotty's on his back, hands behind his head. He assumes the position. She gets right up in there, cranks her neck back, and wham, just gives him a headbutt right in his crotch because she thought, when she's like, give me head, he literally wanted her to like bury her head in his crotch. Needless to say, Slotty didn't get any that day.
I bet he didn't.
After that.
I bet he didn't.
And was notably upset with how this played out. But you know what? I felt for him on that one.
It was like, in Nemo when he's like, give me noggin, and then they bow and that's probably what she thought, where he was like, give me head, give me noggin. Exactly. That's what I thought,
This is like 1989.
Yeah, but
before Nemo was a thing. Okay?
Yeah, but maybe, she had the same thought process as the Nemo people.
Clearly.
Noggin.
And I'm telling you, don't laugh. If you Google image the Groovy Ghoulie,
I bet.
You'll see exactly what this bitch looked like.
Okay. I'll look it up after.
Right,
okay.
Go on.
All right, next one then. Right.
Yes.
Am I the asshole for how I reacted after I found out my husband ran a secret background check on me before we got married? Okay. We've been married for 3 years, and I only just found out recently that before we got married, my husband ran a background check on me and my whole family.
Oh.
I found out because we were on vacation with his family, and they were doing things that I had no interest in participating in. A few times, so I stayed behind. He let me borrow his laptop because I left mine at home. I made a folder with my name, and I was searching for it when I found another folder with my name. Yep. The folder was full of reports on me, my family, excluding extended family, and 2 of my childhood friends.
Oh my God.
I read as much of the reports as I could before my husband and his family came home for the day. At first, I was just hurt that he would do something like this without talking to me first. Oh my God. But as I read more and started finding out things about my family and friends that I never even knew, I started to get angry. It's hard to put it into words, but I feel like I had gone cold all over, but also like it wasn't me reading these things out loud. So when I saw my husband, I exploded on him in front of his family. At first, he tried to say it wasn't a big deal, and his cousin chimed in to say it was normal, and he wasn't the only one who had done it in their family. When he saw I wasn't calming down, he tried to get me to go in our room so we could talk about it privately. But I told him I wasn't going anywhere with him and I was leaving. My husband told me to stay and he would sleep somewhere else or he would leave, but we were staying in a house owned by his parents and it felt weird for me to stay and make him leave, especially since his family were still there too. I ended up staying at a hotel for the night and we both flew home shortly after cutting that vacation short. Am I the asshole for this?
Yeah, that would be pretty surprising.
Yeah.
That. The fact that stunned me is not only did he do a background report of her, but her family,
extended family, neighbors, and childhood friends.
Oh my god,
this is fucking insane.
That is insane.
That's insane. Yeah. I honestly would be like, what the fuck? Because my thing is, why? Like, do one on me. That's weird, but sure, do one on me. Fine. Yeah. If we're gonna be married, you want to do my back, go ahead, do it. My extended family, my childhood friends. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That is nuts.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I don't think she's the asshole for how she reacted. I would have reacted worse. Like I would have, because this is weird. Like even me, that I'm good at stalking. I'm not doing all of this. So my voice is in and out.
I'll tell you. I'm trying to get my brother to see if he can call in real quick.
Okay.
Because there is a very, very true story that it involved him.
Okay.
And a now ex-girlfriend where I bet he wished he would have done the whole family background check. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like extended family?
Like father. Like immediate family in this case, but extended would have been the same.
But like childhood friends?
Oh my God.
Yeah, your friend Sarah.
Exactly.
She got arrested for shoplifting.
Yeah, like when she was 12.
That's a little, I get it. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Right? But I'll tell you, my brother went out with a girl. Let's just say her name was Dandria.
Right.
Okay. And he and Dandria were a happy couple.
Okay.
Dandria's father was a well-known ex-NYPD detective that moonlit for the mob.
Okay.
Eventually went to jail for murder. Okay. They were in Vegas. When he met him for the first time, his name was Luis Esposito. Okay, you can look him up. There was a fucking book written about this guy. Okay. And Josh was like, nice to meet you, whatever. He tells the story. I can't do it justice. He's not responding, so maybe he's busy or something. He tells the story where he walks in, like, meet them the first time. This guy's like 350 pounds.
Jesus.
Right? Sitting on the couch watching like fucking Animal Kingdom because they all love like the nature shows.
They do.
Yeah. And it's like he's sitting there watching like a coyote protect its cub. And he has like this little tear like trickles down because that was so moving. Right? Then he makes a racist comment about black people and like moves on.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, like that's, but that was like the extent of his, I bet you anything. If that were if that technology were available back then, that might have saved a lot of,
Yeah, and I get that. Maybe immediate family, sure. But like me and Jen were saying, extended family and childhood friends is where I'd be like, yeah. Because I had a friend who she goes on like Tinder dates and she will get like those little like 99-cent background reports off like people just, when she dates them. I get
that for Tinder
dates. And
Makes
she started doing that because once if something in her, your gut sometimes, her gut was like, look into this guy, like get his report. This is why she started doing it. She looked him up and she was on the sexual offender registry list.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, if I wouldn't have looked him up, I wouldn't have known this. I don't know where I would have ended if I would have went on this date with him. So I know some people will do this and they'll do it for that. And like I said, if you're dating the person, if you're going to meet up with the person, that's fine. That's to them. I just don't like doing the rest. I just feel like that's a very big invasion of privacy with your childhood friends and your family. Like she said, I learned stuff about my family I didn't even know. About my friends I didn't even know. Like that has to just feel so weird to be reading all of that. So
it's not just weird.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know a better way to say this other than to say it's like destructive behavior.
Yeah.
It's almost like you want to get caught with that, childhood friends, you're right. The extended family stuff, that's already too far. I don't even know that I would go so far as even her immediate family.
Right.
I do think there might be some value, like you said, today with the online apps and how quickly and casually things go today as opposed to back in the day. Probably isn't a bad idea, especially if you're a single young woman, right? You might want
you got to protect yourself.
Right. You might want to get an idea of who you're, swiping right with or whatever, right? Before you, swipe the other way, whatever. But like as far as that goes, but like that person's parents, friends, cousins, no. It's That's more than obsessive.
Yeah,
there's something
exactly.
like legitimately wrong.
And she said his dad made him do it.
No, I don't think
supposedly. And the dad, not only does he have the files, his dad has the files, and there's another person in the family who also have all of the files. Yeah. That's what she said, yeah.
It's almost like that's a person that's like a 91-year-old retired private investigator. They just like pull shit up on people.
Exactly.
Carries his files around him everywhere he goes. It's almost like that.
Yeah.
I this kind of stuff bothers me for two reasons. One, the things that are visible in the online reports, first of all, are almost always public records.
Yeah.
But they don't paint accurate pictures.
No, this was PI. She said they hired a PI.
That's a different thing, right?
They hired PIs. That's what they're saying. This was all done by no.
I know.
This was PI. Yeah.
Right. I'm getting to that point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But it paints a different picture, and it's often easy to read, but not necessarily understand what they all mean. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like one, for example, again, I legitimately had a client bring in a file on an ex-attorney of his. He thought he found all this dirt. The guy had a couple of tax liens, which they were paid like 10 years ago. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
But if you don't know what to look for, how to read them, like, oh my God, IRS is after this guy.
Right.
No, it's not really what's
exactly.
going on. Right? I can only imagine being 10 times worse, because those are like $29.99 or whatever.
Right.
You imagine a private investigator could run you thousands of dollars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if this were, and I don't mean this in a chauvinistic way, if this were the father of the girl,
right,
I could see that.
Yeah, no,
right?
yeah,
don't think for a second. I haven't thought of shit like that.
Right,
when someone take out my girls.
Right.
In fact, there's a reason why I don't even know who Maya is.
Oh my God.
Right? But I'm saying, like, I could see that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Right. But if it's like Matthew and he's going, no. I don't need to do that.
Are you saying that you don't care whatever warm body your son?
No, I just think that he's the one that's going to get looked into, not
probably.
That's the reality.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Hell, if they look into my family tree, that might scare them off.
That's true.
The legend of the first class flight, right?
Exactly. The rat sandwich, right? Imagine, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine.
You know what's funny about that is Mortar to this day he gets embarrassed and red if you have to ask him to repeat the story.
Oh my God!
But when we were younger,
he loved that shit.
Yeah, it was his favorite stories to tell. Only now he's older. He's like, oh shit, did I actually do that? Yeah, right.
I bet. All right.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. He literally sure did.
Fed that guy a fucking dead rat sandwich.
Insane. I would
Watched
kill myself.
Take bites.
I would kill myself.
And kept a straight face.
My thing is, how do you bite through a rat?
I know.
Well, it's dead and floppy, so I guess
the guy should have noticed.
Well, they say that you could technically bite through your finger.
Yeah, you
but
could.
Your brain just doesn't let you. No, your brain doesn't let you do it.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to bite down, you have the strength to bite through your finger.
Right.
Your brain doesn't let you. So, I mean, if he doesn't know it's a rat, I guess you could bite through it.
Just think it's like jerky, tough meat.
Smell it.
Well,
that's the other one.
They have like shit on the sandwich too, like the red cabbage or whatever, like the spicy spreads. I don't know, whatever that.
Exactly.
I forgot what I was going to say. That's something else, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't a big deal.
All right. So next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole? My in-laws moved in one day after we got married. Okay.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
All right. My husband and I, male and female, both in our 30s, got married in 2019. His parents moved in with they got married on the 27th day. His parents moved in on the 28th.
Oh my God.
My husband asked me to marry him after 3 years of dating. No big wedding or anything. Just went to the courthouse, got married on a Friday afternoon after work. The same week he asked me to marry him, his parents were getting evicted from their third apartment complex. They had not told me about them getting evicted still to this day. I found out from another family member because they made the comment that since that, y'all are living with them. Of course, I had to correct the statement and said, excuse me, they are living with us. I have been living there 10 years prior to them moving in with us and 7 years prior to my husband moving in. So technically, they are all living with me because my name is the only one on this lease. One day after we got married, they all moved in with us.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, let me just tell you, there is no lease that's 7 years long.
She probably just keeps renewing it, yeah.
But month to month.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just point out, your name isn't on the current lease anymore.
Right.
Go ahead,
but her point is they're living with her.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, she's just trying to be a little too fancy with the wording.
I don't think so. She's just saying it was her lease.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did you go to law school?
What does her lease have to do with law school?
Nothing. There's no lease. No, that's my point. There's no lease. It expires on its own terms.
But what she was saying is it was hers.
You're being very douchey about technicality. She has a lease.
There you go.
I know.
The same week. I wasn't agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you. No, it's like I was saying. There you go.
This is exactly why HR listens to music, but I hear music. This is why. I'm sorry, go on.
This is exactly why HR will be going to sleep tonight happy, and you will not. The same week,
I go to sleep happy every night because I'm next to HR.
There you go.
So
nice try. No, she said nice try.
Still no? Okay.
The same week, my husband asked me to marry him. They called us over to come over because they wanted to talk to us. My husband's dad asked if they could move in with us for a couple of months until they got back up on their feet. Said they could pay half of the bills, and I said, y'all just worry about getting back on your feet. Well, it's now been 4 years and they're still here.
Oh my God.
Fuck. They didn't start giving me any money, not that it was expected, until my husband ended up having a major heart attack and was hospitalized for over 2 weeks. They ended up having another heart attack and was hospitalized for 3 weeks. I stayed at the hospital with him at his bedside the entire time, except 2 times to come home to get myself some clothes and go back. His siblings visited him 1 time, his aunt visited him 1 time, and his parents only came 1 time each. He admitted in there because they were on vacation trips. So they have money for vacation. They do not have money to get their own place or visit his son in the hospital. So, of course, I came out and told them that we have no income coming in and that we will need help paying the bills. So they paid all of it for 2 months. After making sure my husband was okay, I went back to work. Of course, I didn't feel that it was right for me only to be paying the bills, so I told them they would need to come up with half of it by the 10th. Every month since then, every month since then, their half is always later and later now. That is closer to the end of the month that they give it to us. And we're always getting hit with the late fee of over $100. My husband is back at work after being out over 9 months, but his parents are asking to borrow money now, knowing that we don't have it and the bills are due, but have the audacity to tell us that we need to get it together for them. Sometimes I feel like we only got married so that his parents would have a place to stay. We don't fight or argue. We had one fight one time over 6 years ago, but we have been inseparate ever since, and we never go to bed upset or angry at one another without talking about what's on each other's mind. So my questions here are, am I the asshole for asking them to pay half of the bills? Am I the asshole for telling my husband that we cannot lend money out anymore to them if our bills are not paid first?
Definitely not the asshole.
No.
I take back what I said about background checks.
Yeah,
might have saved her in this case.
Honestly, though, I agree with her. They only got married so that his parents can move in with them. That's literally what it is. They only got married so that his parents can move in and have somewhere to stay.
I mean, the next day.
The next day. The next day you're going to move in. And then you're not going to pay any bills. You're not going to help with anything, even though you're living there.
Yeah,
your son has 2 heart attacks. You only saw him once.
And they're going on vacation.
And you're going on vacations? Fuck no. Fuck no. Absolutely the fuck not. No.
Yeah, people prioritize things in an unhappy way.
Exactly.
And I've had that with clients and stuff where they owe me a shit ton of money, but like all of a sudden they're like posting pictures from Costa Rica or wherever they are. You know, like, really?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's kind of surprising. There's like almost no assholes today,
right?
Like from these poor people.
I know.
I don't know that this is so much like I married a monster in disguise. It just seems like the parents are the monsters.
Yeah.
But maybe there is something to the idea where the son like married her just for that. But how long after his proposal did they actually run it and get married? You know, because if he proposed and then like 2 months went by, then it wouldn't have been just for that.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If like it's like, yo, Lucinda, let's get married. Run to the
I think they went to the courthouse.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like,
that's what it was. Yeah.
And then the next day,
because she said there was no big wedding. We went to the courthouse on a Friday, called it a day, and then the next day they were at the house already.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you may not ever be able to prove it, but it's much more suspect.
Yeah.
Right. If it was like right after.
Exactly.
But, and I'm assuming he didn't. Was he already living with her?
Yes.
So it feels like he could have just sat her down and been like, look, I need you to know that my parents are irresponsible fuck-ups, but they're my parents, and they're going to be homeless next week, and can we just help them a little bit? I would appreciate it. I bet you most decent people wouldn't have said no. Right. Now, after like 2 or 3 weeks and all the shenanigans, I can easily see lots of decent people saying, get the fuck out.
She waited, she said 4 years, right?
I'm saying, it's like already, you know.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this could have and should have been resolved. This shouldn't have even been an issue because all this required, I think, was Billy sitting her down saying, "Look, I don't mean to drop this on you now. I love you, but there's a fucked up situation with my family.
Yeah.
These are my mother and father. This was like a third cousin. And, it's like, now anybody that knows me knows I would never let my parents.
Right. No. Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Even if they were responsible for their own, if they made their own bed.
No, yeah.
I just have too much compassion and, that kind of thing. But I wouldn't just like fake being in love and wanting to get married. Just
right.
No, I would have the ability and the respect.
Exactly.
To be honest, to sit down and say, look, I just need to tell you this.
Yeah. And it seemed like she didn't have a problem with it. I mean, it kind of was weird to her. It was like, oh, it's the next day. You're moving in the next day.
So much for honeymoon.
Yeah, right. So, and then it's like, they didn't help. And like she said, it wasn't expected for them to contribute and help. But it's like, you've been here 4 years. You don't pay any of the bills, and the only time they ever contributed was because she was like, I need help. Like, I'm not even working because he keeps having heart attack after heart attack. I need help.
And they're not there.
And they're not even there. Exactly. Because they're on vacation. It just, the parents are shitty here. Yeah. So I don't think she's the asshole for asking them to pay half of the bills because they're half of the house. So, hey, I don't think she's the asshole for that. And I don't think she's the asshole for telling her husband that they can't lend them out any more money.
No, not just that. But by the way, when more people that live there, the more the overhead is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? We don't know if she could cover everything
exactly.
she's covering.
Yeah, and that's why she was like, no, like, am I the asshole for that? Like, I need help. Yeah. And again, and their parents being like, we need money, let us borrow money. And they're like, we don't have it. Now you telling them you guys need to get it together for us. You get it together. You got evicted from your house and you've been living here for 4 years for free. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think part of it is they just got too familiar.
It was too comfortable. Yeah,
and they lacked any motivation to get themselves out of that.
There are people that once they get an inch, they will take everything they can.
Yep,
I know.
Exactly.
I know. I know. I have a child like that. Just no shit. Will ask anything. Doesn't give a fuck.
Zero on the film scale.
What's the worst case? You say no.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I think maybe more. I'm surprised it took this long for her to like.
I had a long time to be patient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell, like she's definitely part saint. Because I can tell you, like a certain in-law that lasted like 3 days, right before everyone was fucking tired of her. It's like you gotta go.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, so I'm saying so 4 years.
Exactly.
DAYUM. You know what that spells?
Damn. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Next one.
Yes.
We'll make this the last one.
All right.
Then I have to go.
Fair.
Okay. Am I the asshole if I divorce my husband for not wiping his butt? Yep. This is pretty much just the title. My husband recently started saying that he is not going to wipe his butt anymore after using the restroom. He got into his head that the alpha males do not wipe. Therefore, he no longer is doing it either. He has been.
What?
And is he literally talking about like silverback gorillas?
No fucking.
What fucking alpha male like thinks that like walking around with swamp ass all day is like masculine?
Yep.
Okay.
He has been for the past 2 days walking around everywhere we go telling guys alphas don't wipe. He is very serious about not wiping, and he is not listening to reasoning. I don't know what to do, and I fear that this might be the start of the end of our marriage. How do I convince him to wipe?
Oh my God.
He doesn't even know how to joke about this. Like, he's trying to joke, and he can't.
I'm thinking of the guy who wanted the girl not to, like,
to clean herself. Yeah, this.
Yeah, but this wasn't requested by the child.
No, I know. I just.
Somehow Billy decided.
There's some really bizarre people out there.
Like,
top comment is literally, well, that's enough internet for today.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, I know.
Where did you get that idea? That came from somewhere.
Look,
it had to. Where?
I have heard of people that will only use like a bidet,
right?
Which is like the water.
But that's cleaning,
but
right?
At least you're cleaning.
I get it, but I'm saying like I can understand maybe some people don't want this scratchy toilet paper,
right?
Maybe they're oversensitive.
But this guy isn't cleaning
I'm
at
with
all.
you. I'm saying I can understand a little.
He's getting all crusty.
Right, but this is a whole new level of, and you know where I wonder if he got this from, because I know certain celebrities have gone on record like they don't wear cologne, like they don't wear deodorant. Matthew McConaughey is famous for it. It's like just natural body musk is it.
Yeah, there's some people I've also heard, which I think is gross. They're like, people don't wash their legs. Actually, the rumor was white people don't wash their legs. That's what it was. And they were saying, and like, there's like a lot of people who've gone on record and been like, no, yeah, like, white people don't wash our legs. We don't wash our legs. We don't scrub them. They're like, the water runs down them. And this is kind of what it sounds like, that he got it from somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And
doesn't that get uncomfortable?
That's what I'm saying. But like, yeah, won't he have little like, yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I couldn't tell you.
Exactly. None of us could. We don't know what that feels like. Exactly.
I have no fucking idea. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to think about what it would be like.
Yep.
I don't even think. Look, it may have had once where I had to go so bad, but I saw there's like no toilet paper in the stall.
What's worse is the last time he went to the bathroom, he doesn't wash his hands now because he doesn't touch anything. So he just flushes the toilet with his foot. So he doesn't wash his hands anymore now either. He stopped wiping and washing his hands. Oh my God.
Oh wow. Oh God, this guy smells so bad. Yuck.
Oh. This is like 5 months ago
just
too.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This guy had a break. These
stories are terrifying. Yeah. Like people changing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Someone asked, like, this can't be real. And she said, it's 100% real. This is the same guy that told me that jerking off would make him gay because he would be touching a dick. He might just be stupid, honestly, at this point.
This is more than stupid. This isn't stupidity. Either he's going out of his way to cause her anger.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like by saying outlandish, stupid things. Because I don't know a man alive that's never jerked off. Like, ever. It's one of the most normal things in the men's world.
Yeah.
Right? No. Nothing about that makes you gay, buddy. I don't understand the logic.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw like some weird TV show or thought some celebrity, if they don't wear deodorant, I don't have to do, I don't know.
I have to wipe my butt.
Something weird happened.
I've never heard of anyone not wiping their butt. Have you?
No. The only thing I could think of, honestly, and I don't mean this as a joke, but kind of, is if he was approached by like a gay guy, he's like, oh my God, you smell so good. And like, he's trying to like now be like maybe that upset him, or something. So he's like, maybe he's like homophobic. So now he's trying to be like super masked. I don't know. It's just weird. Okay. Either that or he really is too much of a pussy to tell Lucinda he wants a divorce. And he's just pushing her away like that way somehow. I don't know. I cannot find in my mind. And listen,
she wants to. She's like, am I the answer if I divorce him? Like, what?
But because look, I consider myself. I consider myself to be fairly creative at times. Mm-hmm. I cannot find one creative reason why you would do this. Like, what's the end game here? What is your goal, Billy? What are you trying to accomplish? Yeah, no. Like, I cannot. I'm asking myself this out loud, but I'm thinking in my own right as we speak in real time. What possibly could be motivating this change? Mm-mm. And if it just happened all this, like he woke up one day, he's like, hey, you know what, Lucinda, fuck it.
I'm not wiping
my ass.
Yeah.
Okay. No. This is the opposite of like the lemon scented toilet paper thing.
Right.
Like that used to drive me crazy.
Why?
Because when I see like scented toilet paper in the supermarket, honestly, how do you like what purpose? Like you're like, yo, HR, why don't you come smell my lemony fresh ass? Like, well, because I just, no. What's the point of that?
I've always just felt like it was to make the bathroom smell better too, because it already has a smell. The bathroom smells like lemon.
One of those little stick ups or whatever.
Exactly. No, yeah. But two birds, one stone.
Right. And look, I don't know about the back door, but I can tell you, as a guy, if you have like cologne on your hands and you go to like urinate and you touch your thing, it can burn.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know what goes in the fragrance of a fucking thing of toilet paper.
Yeah.
I don't want to shove that all up there and make I don't want burning.
But at least that's wiping.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Mr. No wipe his butt because he's an alpha.
I think the only story I've heard close to this is the guy who would only use the bidet.
Or the girl who would clean with socks. That she would steal his socks and wipe herself with socks.
But at least they were
wiping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I legit. I have no. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
me neither.
It's one of the first times on the podcast I've been totally speechless.
Yeah.
Even the dude that was fucking a coconut.
Oh, the coconut story. Yeah. Yep.
I'm at a total loss.
Do you wash that ass in the shower, or you just let it?
I went through the comments and there wasn't a lot.
You know what? I hate to say this. Yeah. That might almost be okay if he showered at least daily, like in the evening. So after he was all done with whatever business, he at least loofed it up and cleaned it at least.
Oh, do you know how gross the shower would be?
Yeah, but what else are you going to say? Like, what else could it be? Listen, nobody shits that solid and dry where it doesn't leave a skid mark or something.
So someone brought up the skid mark things to her, right? And they were like, he doesn't notice like all the skid marks he's going to be leaving. And she's like, I do all the laundry and he already leaves skid marks all the time. So I don't think.
Like anyway?
Oh, yeah. He was already gross.
Yeah. Okay. So she was like, I don't think he's going to see the difference now.
How long, did it say how long they've been married?
No.
Because I can't help but wonder if the skid marks thing didn't come up before. Like, if like
I'm sure that it had to. If she's doing the laundry, it had to come up, and maybe that was the reason he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just not gonna start. I'm just not gonna wipe." I don't understand why that's so hard though. Just wipe until there's nothing left, and you're good, bro. Like
because it takes away all that masculine musk.
Does it though?
Does it? Every time he bends down and picks something up, it's just a whiff of that straight ass.
The other alpha males.
Think about it.
Like, imagine if he was like a plumber and his ass crack is out all the time too. Oh my god!
You know what? What if he does work outdoors? And he gets all sweaty, and nasty.
It's just slipping and sliding
and
back
his fucking
there.
Work jeans stink.
Slipping and sliding. Yep.
Comes out and it's all like greasy. Ugh.
Divorce him. You're not the asshole for wanting to divorce him. Don't. You're not. Honestly, I already feel bad for you because he's always been leaving skid marks and you've always been cleaning it. So, divorce him.
Yeah, I got nothing on this.
Yeah, Eric doesn't promote divorce, but he's not saying you're the asshole for you if you divorce him over this. Because I know you would.
I would have been gone so
Exactly. If HR one day was like, fuck it, I'm going to just stop wiping. Eric's like, fuck it, I gotta go.
That's it. Relationship.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good last one, huh?
Yeah. I you know what? I don't even have It's Almost Like on this.
It's not. Because no.
That doesn't like anything.
This is almost like nothing I've ever heard.
Exactly. And I never want to hear this in my real life ever in my life. Ever. No, and I don't want to. So.
Wow.
No.
Well, all right. I guess we'll end it on that note.
Who did I marry, huh?
I know. Yeah. So shout out again to all the listeners, subscribers.
Yes.
We really appreciate your comments, 5-star reviews. Keep them coming. Again, even though we do this just for fun, we're not a professional setup or anything like that.
I think they figured that out.
It's just hurricane. It's just me putting everything together, guys.
That's what makes us authentic.
Yeah,
we're not selling
exactly.
anything. We got no sponsors, just us.
Exactly.
We tried getting insomnia, but fuck them.
I feel like the mid-March boosters support us. Exactly.
That's a good idea. Actually.
Like we fucking talk about them all the time. Just sponsor us. Exactly.
I'm gonna reach out to Tiffy Time Cookies.
There you go.
Get them. I've been ordering them a lot lately.
Exactly.
I didn't order anything today though.
There you go.
Anyway, so having said all that, because I got a call in 10 minutes, I got to be on.
Yes.
Hurricane.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find us.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at the Bentama Confirm. Our podcast Instagram is at the Late Podcast. Our Twitter and TikTok is at Bentama Confirm. Our website is at eblawfirm.us, or you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, peace out.